Yeah, a lot of great stories to get to here
Yes.
today. So glad you're with us at 6 a.m., everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour, and a great story that has a lot of people talking our weather. After, a beautiful sunset last night, things are starting to cool a little at night
already,
least,
yeah.
right?
I mean, even the overnight hours are a little cooler, but in particular, it's this afternoon where we're really going to feel that change in temperature.
I'm done with this heat wave, man.
Right? It's been weeks and weeks where temperatures have exceeded average, especially inland. That is a thing of the past. Across the county, we will be in the cooler than average range. Along the coastline, we're only about 5 degrees off of average, but a little bit more as we make our way inland. 83 is our average afternoon high inland. Remember, yesterday we were in the 90s. We'll watch as wind picks up toward our local mountains and deserts, and cloud cover starts to pick up a little bit more out along the coastline as onshore flow resumes. Coming up, we'll talk more about this cooling trend that continues for the next couple days and what to expect as the upcoming weekend approaches. Vanessa Paz is checking in on traffic. How are things looking?
Hey, Evan, and happy Tuesday to everyone tuning in. No lack of crashes out there, but let's go ahead and start with a live look outside. This is the 15 in both directions right at Poway Road. Southbound drive is on the right side of your screen. All right, we'll start in the North County and then work our way south. We're tracking a 2-car crash on the 76 at Vista Way. No slowing around that incident. And I was seeing a little bit of congestion on the southbound drive on the 15 at Old Highway 395, but it looks like speeds are increasing, which is good news. They likely have both of those cars on the shoulder now. This one is likely going to slow things down as you make your way northbound past Murray Ridge towards Balboa. A car reportedly facing the wrong way is blocking the fast lane, and that's on the 805 north right near the Balboa exit. So keep an eye out for that and leave time for travel because that's likely going to tackle on timing as you head out the door this morning. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Now this morning, people are being allowed to return to their homes after a fire along Interstate 8, this in Lakeside.
Yeah, this happened yesterday afternoon near Los Coches Road, and CBS 8's Regina Yerita live in Lakeside. Some homes burned down in this, Regina.
Yeah, and just truly a shocking image right behind me. I'm going to step out of the way to kind of show you one of the homes here. Like I said, this entire property collapsed yesterday. This was someone's mobile home, and now it has been reduced to ashes and debris. Part of this home is metal, but you can see just how devastating this fire was and how it reduced this home, completely unrecognizable at this point. I'm going to have Miguel over here, my photog, actually zoom into that staircase. That was the entrance of the home, and you can see just right next to it, complete debris and ashes. What's left of it is covered in soot. So again, this fire quickly spread and ripped through at least 4 homes. One person also suffered burns in the fire and another smoke inhalation. Yesterday, some of these residents, they were still driving home from work. There were neighbors who were calling other neighbors to inform them that their houses were on fire, and even worse, that their property had burned down. So you're looking at video from yesterday. In just a matter of moments, the Las Coches fire spread from Highway 8 and into the Monterey Mobile Lodge where we're at. This is located right on the border of Lakeside and El Cajon. Fire officials say crews were able to stop the forward rate of spread at 5.3 acres with 100% containment. Dozens of firefighters, they attacked this blaze both on the ground and from the air as it initially appeared to grow in size very quickly. Chopper 8 also captured air tankers and multiple water drops that were helping to extinguish this fire, while authorities focused on clearing people out safely from the ground. Now, CBS 8, they were on scene yesterday. We noticed residents helping neighbors whose homes were on fire. The Lakeside Fire Marshal telling us how quickly it spread. So you'll hear from the Lakeside Fire first and then a resident.
Fire, it's like it has a mind of its own, but it's going to find its weakest point and travel through there. The embers, there could have been more combustible material at this one compared to the one next to it, and that just caught it on fire.
It's our home, and we were across the street watching it, and we would see what we could do to help people.
And again, this is just another devastating image of that home that collapsed, completely burned down from yesterday's fire. The Lakeside Community Center is being used as an overnight shelter. As far as the cause of this fire, that is still under investigation. At this time, we're still noticing as well as fire trucks in this area. We know that some firefighters were here overnight monitoring any hotspots, but as of right now, we haven't seen any hotspots or flames. There are areas that are still at this time still smoking, so you could see just how bad this fire was, but we'll keep you guys updated with more details. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Regina, with that live look, thank you so much for the updates. This morning, the San Diego City Council will hold a second reading of a proposal for parking meters at Balboa Park. In July, officials approved 300 new meters. These would go along 6th Avenue and Park Boulevard, which would be active from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, so that includes Sundays. Council member Sean Elo Rivera has proposed offering a discount or even free parking to city residents at those meter spots. Next week, the council will discuss charging for parking inside the park as well. Meantime, we've been talking about parking a lot. Free parking at the San Diego Zoo may be a thing of the past, a distant memory perhaps. San Diego City Council members voted to amend the city's lease with the zoo to allow the zoo to charge flexible rates rather than at least one flat fee. This means there will be a fee for visitors, but the zoo can then waive or discount fees for staff, volunteers, members, some San Diego residents, seniors, and the military. Changes might be on the way for Sunset Cliffs. Today, San Diego City Council set to vote on a plan to protect this area from erosion and sea level rise. The proposal is to remove parking right on the cliff's edge and reconfigure Sunset Cliffs Boulevard from a 2-lane north-south road to a single southbound lane. It also includes creating a protected walkway for pedestrians and cyclists.
San Diego County Board of Supervisors set to take up a groundbreaking ordinance here today. The plan would give the Citizens Law Enforcement Review Board new power to investigate medical and mental health staff after someone dies in jail custody. If passed, San Diego would become the first county in the nation to grant civilian oversight of jail health providers. A final vote is expected at the end of the month. Today, supervisors will also consider a proposal to expand the county's immigrant legal defense program to help unaccompanied minors. The Trump administration ended legal representation back in March, but a judge delayed it until September 30th. 300 children in San Diego are set to be impacted by this. Board Chair Tara Lawson-Remer says her proposal would reallocate existing funds from the county budget rather than require new money.
And here we are at 6:07 today. I think I'm just going to make sure there's a sweater in Roya's backpack.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. What a change.
For the early morning, late night stretch. I mean, right now we are talking 40s out in Ramona. They're at 48 degrees. So it's quite chilly out toward our inland valleys, the valley floors, especially for the overnight stretch. By the afternoon, I don't think any sweaters necessary. You have widespread 70s out there, but overnight it is going to be a noticeable change in the forecast that we're watching for. Satellite radar has already indicated that those clouds have surged onshore. This is something we'll contend with for mornings to come as that onshore flow picks up. It's also going to prompt an uptick in wind speeds. Along the coast and inland, it will get breezy, but it will not meet the criteria necessary for a wind advisory. Our mountains and deserts, however, are getting even more breezy than the coast and inland, so they'll be under this wind advisory all the way through 1 a.m. on Wednesday. There's a chance that the National Weather Service reissues another wind advisory for tomorrow through Wednesday afternoon. There's also a chance that they just extend the current one. Take a look at where your temperatures are right now. Ramona's gotten even cooler. They're at 46 right now, 57 in Alpine, 60 in Escondido, and along our coastline, we're generally in the mid-60s. So by all means, this is going to be the stretch, especially through the overnight hours, where you can open up the windows, let in some of that cooler air, or just do so maybe instead of cranking up the AC, turn it off, open up the windows, and let in some of that natural air, especially closer to our mountains. Look at Julian, 55, 56 at Mount Laguna. When we look at your afternoon highs, this is the relief we've been talking about. Santee and El Cajon leaving the 90s, 83 this afternoon, 75 for National City, 71 in PB, up in North County, widespread low to mid 70s out along the coast, upper 70s, couple low 80s out in Escondido, Poway, and RB to start off the day, or at least this is by the time we get to that afternoon high today. Vanessa Paz is checking in on how traffic is looking to start off the day too.
The opposite of Tuesday light. In fact, it's pretty busy out there. I'm tracking several crashes, but I decided to pull the ones up that will likely impact drives on those major freeways. So let's go ahead and start things off with a live look outside. This is the 5 in both directions at 6th Avenue. I was able to get a glimpse from one of our Caltrans cameras of one of the crashes I'm tracking out in National City. I just have to be able to plug it in for the next hit. So I'll bring you that in about 10 minutes or so. All right, so this is one of the big crashes that we're following, a 4-vehicle crash and a motorcycle on the 5 North right at Cesar Chavez. So this is going to cause major congestion as you make your way not only in from National City, but in from Chula Vista as well as you take the 5 freeway headed towards that 15 connector as well as the Coronado Bridge on-ramp. Speeds anywhere down to about 15, 25 miles per hour or so. Moving a little more northward, this one is also causing slowing. This is involving a single car that reportedly crashed into the center divide, and that's going to be on the 805 North right at Balboa. It looks like they were able to get the vehicle off of the freeway lanes onto the center divide, but that's likely and is causing some brake tapping at last check. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times. This is coming in from the North County. All is well, about 10 to nearly 30 minutes headed southbound. And if you're traveling in from the East County, no major issues, about 5 to 8 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. But it's the South Bay that's now seen slowing, especially on the 5, due to that crash involving 4 cars and a motorcycle. To get you in from the 54 up to the 8 split is going to take you about 20 minutes. This is usually not that high for this time of morning. As I mentioned, average speeds anywhere between 25, 30 miles per hour. Full span of the Coronado Bridge also crawling. We are sluggish to get towards the toll booth in from downtown. About 20 minutes, slowest speeds anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. A quick look at your travel times, about an hour inbound from San Ysidro's port of entry and about 45 coming in from Otay Mesa.